Hello, everybody. I'm Miranda, and this is Nick.
Wait,
Welcome to the Ranting podcast, and we're back again for another Reality Rants episode. But this time, we're wrapping up House of Villains season 3.
It's
Boy!
it's been a trip.
Yeah, I mean, if we thought it was tense before,
I feel like it went
real
by
crazy.
really fast. I guess we did
I
do
mean, we
like 2 at a
doubled
time,
up,
like
at the
3 or 4
end.
times.
Well,
So
it made sense that way.
Yeah.
There was a lot of times when, like, especially, I think it was that first time that I was like, this didn't really go anywhere.
we only did 2 episodes that were just one.
Yeah.
So it was 1 and
So,
4.
It just made
The other
more
ones were
sense.
2 and 3, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, and then 9 and 10.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
It's
though.
just hard because sometimes there wasn't a whole lot that happened.
Exactly.
And I was like, this is going to be like a 20-minute episode.
And this show is only in its 3rd season. It's very much in its infancy.
Yeah,
So
it's still
I think,
fairly new.
Yeah, so I think they're still kind of figuring stuff out.
Yeah.
So.
But, well, do you want to just dive right in?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So for a quick recap from last week, episodes 7 and 8, there was a letter in the pantry that got passed around the house a bit. The last person to have it was put on the hit list unless they won the Battle Royale. And Kate was the last one to have the envelope, but she ended up winning Supervillain, so she obviously got off the hit list. And then she put up Tyson, Tom, and Christine. Tyson won the redemption challenge again, leaving Tom and Christine up for banishment. But when they went to vote for the banishment ceremony, it ended up in a tie, leaving the banishment up to Kate, the supervillain of the week.
Right.
So episode 9 picks up right where we left off, with everyone still in the stronghold waiting on Kate's decision for who goes home. And apparently, this is the first time that this has happened in all the 3 seasons of the show. So how exciting!
Oh, I didn't know that.
Thrilling. Yeah. He says for the first time in House of
Joel
Villains
does?
history. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So Christine and Tom are given one last chance to plead their case to Kate. And of course, Tom goes into a heartfelt plea to her. But then Kate's like, nah, bitch. And she just hits the button and fucking banishes him.
She doesn't even fucking wait.
No. It's funny because she like says her response and then she's like, I'm done. Like just does it. So he flies back into banishment hell and Joel is like, Kate, like I didn't prompt you to do that.
Yeah.
So then he yells to Tom asking if he has any last words. Anyway, they all leave the stronghold and they kind of like congregate in the kitchen to discuss what just happened. Of course, New York is angry because she really wanted Tom to stay.
I mean, yeah, that was her alliance for sure.
So she calls out Paul in front of everybody, telling him that he's a lying son of a bitch because he told her, Tom, and Tyson that he was going to vote for Tom to stay, but he clearly didn't.
He didn't. He never said that.
Because he like heavily implied it. I think that's why they thought that they had that agreement.
From what I saw, he said that he was going to take it under consideration.
I mean, yeah.
And then let them know what his... So I guess the only thing he didn't do was let him know what his decision was.
Yeah, he said, I'll talk to you before we vote.
But he never once said that, yes, I am with you. I am voting this. He never says that, so...
Yeah, so it's a very, like, you said this, no, I said that kind of thing.
But, I mean, that's very common when you get to the end of these games.
Yeah, everybody's super like high strung. Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
But I do think it was kind of funny how dramatic New York got about the whole situation. Especially when she's talking to Tyson and she's like, it's personal. But Tyson, you know, he's like, yeah, I'm out for revenge now because of course his boyfriend's gone. So he's ready to fight everybody.
Now that we've seen the whole season, I can see why New York has never won.
Yeah.
She's not a good player. Yeah. She's not a strong player.
Yeah. Well, we're not at the end yet. We don't know. Does she win?
Oh, okay.
So anyway, they're trying to make a plan for how they're going to get everybody that voted for Tom out of the house. And of course, that involves winning Supervillain in the next Battle Royale. And it's kind of funny, too, because inside, Kate, Drita, Christine, and Paul are, like, cheersing in the kitchen. And Christine's like, the fucking tides have changed.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they really have. So like the whole power dynamic in the house completely shifted. I mean, it went from the Orange and Red Alliance to being on the top.
Right. Yeah,
Then the Orange Alliance kind of seemed to overpower everything. And then Kate swooped in and just fucked that Orange Alliance right up.
Yeah.
Which then led to her kind of teaming up with the Red Alliance for a hot second before she took them down too. And now, luckily for Paul, having jumped ship when he did, because he's in like a weird kind of alliance with Drita and Christine, I guess now, and maybe Kate as well, since New York has now officially teamed up with Tyson for good. So everybody's kind of moving all over the
that's
place.
a risky move too. I know it's
all of it is
loyalty, but at the same time, like I'm kind of surprised she didn't jump ship.
Yeah,
because like that's a sinking ship.
I don't know. Well, the next morning, Tyson has his little music video with his Tom's Puppet, you know, the one guy song, where he's singing about being all on his own now. Or sorry, Tom's singing.
Tom was singing.
Tyson is in the music video. It's very beautiful.
It's very weird, but yeah,
it's lovely.
Yes, that's a word.
Inside the house, Drita is upset because her youngest daughter, Giselle, is graduating from high school. And since she's filming the show, she's missing it. So she's talking about how she was up all night crying, which, like, understandable because I fucking would be too. And this would make me go like significantly harder in the game too, just so that it's not for nothing. That's fair. If that would, if there's nothing else that would light a fire under my ass like that.
That's like the ultimate motivation kind of thing.
Yeah, because I couldn't ever like look my child in the face and be like, yeah, I missed your graduation and I still fucking lost. Like how, oh, that would have killed me. Yeah. So I like, that's fair. This whole thing, I was like, oh my God, Drita. I felt so bad for her. But I mean, it really did make me kind of tear up a little bit because it would really be hard to not just leave, honestly. That I don't know. I guess,
but I mean, she's doing this for a good reason.
I know, but that's what I'm saying is that like that's what would make me want to go harder, but then I would also be like fighting that like, well, if I don't win, then this is all for nothing and I could have just gone. That's true. Like just that internal battle of like what to do. So I definitely felt for her in that moment. But it was sweet because they got to video chat. So Drita got to see her in her cap and gown and everything.
Yeah, during graduation, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Or like right after, I think. It was whatever. She was still there.
They're about to throw their things.
Oh, I thought she said that she just graduated. Oh, okay. Either way,
could be.
It was at the graduation. Okay. So soon enough though, while everyone's eating breakfast, they're summoned to change into the outfits left on their beds and to get ready for the next battle royale. And these outfits end up being like stereotypical 80s work outfits with the leotards and spandex tights and leg warmers.
It's perfect for Tyson.
All of it. Yeah. He was like, I don't hate it. But I do love how Drita was like sitting in the chair staring at it. She's like, I'm going to look like a jerk off. I'm going to look like an 80s asshole.
Probably.
It's just like she was like sitting there just stewing about it. She's like, I don't want to wear this fucking outfit. But
suck it up.
Yep. But they all get dressed and they head out to the battle royale. And fucking Christine, like her word salad on the way in the confessional while they're on the way there. And she's like talking about how she's sucked ass in the game.
Oh my God.
And everybody knows that she's sucked ass, but she's trying to not suck ass as much anymore. Or no, trying to not suck as much ass anymore is what she says.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, basically.
Whatever you say, Christine.
All of that was to say that she's really going to start playing the game now.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
In episode 9.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Thanks, Christine.
Yes. So.
Thanks for being here.
Yep. So this battle royale challenge is called Spitting Venom. And in this challenge, each villain has a designated venomous snake where they will suck venom from, as well as their own designated venom receptacles. So starting at their own receptacles, they have to race to their designated snakes, suck as much venom as possible, and then run back to the receptacles. Here, they can spit the venom into another villain's receptacle, specifically the villain that they want to eliminate from the game. And the floor is also covered in foam that they have to run through. When a villain's receptacle is filled to the line at the top, they're out of the challenge and out of the running for supervillain. Obviously meaning that the last villain standing is the supervillain. Oh, and while they're running back and forth, they're also going to be shot with foam.
Yeah, that's right.
And in another turn of events, the supervillain will only nominate 2 people for the hit list. There is no reward outing, no redemption challenge, just the hit list nominations and a vote. So Joel gives them 2 minutes to talk amongst themselves. And I'm thinking it's about to get fucking cutthroat. So they all like try and strategize with each other. But also everyone knows that it's like just them for themselves, you know, like they're at the end of it.
I mean, I guess. I think everybody at this point, everybody has a very clear understanding, except for Tyson and New York. Everybody has a clear understanding of who they're going for.
I mean, yeah,
you know what I mean?
absolutely.
Like, it's obvious.
Oh, yeah, of who they're going to go, like, knock out.
Yeah.
But at the end, as far as the winner, though, it's like, yes, we can team up here, but in the end, like...
There can only be
exactly,
one.
Yeah. So, you know, cool, let's strategize together.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah, the point is, I guess, to try and strategize with people that they can, like, work out deals with later.
Right.
So immediately Tyson's like, oh, I got to start campaigning real fast and get some people on my, like, with me. Otherwise I'm going to go home. And he starts trying to talk to Drita, Kate, and Paul, seeing if they'll team up with him. And immediately Drita's like, get fucked. So he then goes over to New York and Christine, trying to get Christine to join their alliance. And she's like, I'm just going to try my best. So then he goes back over to Paul and he's like, I move it twice as fast as anybody here. If you spit into my receptacle, I'm coming for you and we'll both be out. So Paul's like, all right, bitch, let's play.
It's a very interesting... I don't know.
Threat?
I guess, yeah. Just an interesting tactic.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, when the game starts, obviously Tyson wasn't wrong about moving twice as fast because he just fucking dives right into the foam and slides on over to the snakes and then immediately dives right back over to the receptacles where he is the first person to target someone and he spits into Kate's. So he and New York are teaming up against Kate, while Kate, Drita, Christine, and Paul are teaming up against Tyson. And poor Tyson, he really is just working on his own because New York she's just such a useless teammate.
Because New York needs to not be on the show anymore.
She really, yeah, she needs to do something that doesn't require, like, challenges.
Go be on Kate's old show.
Anything. I don't know.
On the fucking ship show.
Something.
Just go away.
Yeah, she was... having time.
Yeah.
So soon enough, Tyson is eliminated from the challenge.
Eliminated.
I do agree with what he says in the confessional, though, that a fair challenge would have been for them 100%. To fill up their own receptacles.
100%.
And, like, because the way that they did it, it made it so easy for them to, like, gang up on one person rather than somebody just racing for themselves. So I thought, you know, props to him for calling it out right there. But obviously... it's the house of villains. So the point is for them to do villainous shit. So, like, I get that that's the point, but I also get what he was saying. It did feel like it was a biased game.
But at the same time, let's talk about that real quick, right? How would that end?
I don't know.
Right? It doesn't make sense because there's no elimination. It would just be whoever fills it up first.
That's true.
There would be no drama. There'd be no.
Yeah.
It would just be whoever can run faster, right, to fill up theirs, and then there'd just be a winner. There would be no elimination.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So like, that's because I agreed as soon as I saw that. I agreed with it, but then as you were talking through it, I was like, well, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
If you conceptualize that, how would that work? So like.
That is true.
I do agree, though, that, like, they need to do better.
Yes.
They need to do better,
yes.
but I don't think that was the solution either. So
that's a fair way to summarize it.
This was a lot more entertaining than Tyson's rebuttal.
Absolutely.
Challenge, you know? So.
There was a lot more drama behind it, but I do completely get where he's coming from, where he's like, this was 100% a biased fucking game. And I get how he would feel like it was biased towards him because... you had, 4 people going up against you? Like, I get it.
I guess it's kind of, when you think about the nut job, which was the last episode. that we did.
Yes.
Reality Rants. That was very much, you can't target. It's really just like an individual game.
So maybe it's something, I mean, but they already did
Yeah.
something like that. So I guess it makes sense why not to do something similar the second time around. So I don't know. Either way,
that's a good
I
point.
agree that they could do better and it did seem biased, but I also agree with what you said that what his suggestion was doesn't make sense either. So we'll see what happens in season 4, I guess. Anyway, Kate is then the next person to be eliminated. Yep. So now it is Christine, Drita, and Paul teaming up against New York. So she is quickly eliminated next. And then at this point, obviously it's just Drita, Christine, and Paul. And Paul is like, all right, guys, what do we want to do? What's the plan? Because like they've been working together. So I think he's really trying to keep that same flow going. But it's also important to note that at this point, Drita's receptacle is the only one that's completely empty. And so like Christine's has maybe 2 mouthfuls of spit in it, and Paul's has like a quarter. It's a quarter of the way full, I guess. And so Drita's thinking like, cool, mine's empty. I won this. We can take it easy. But then Christine comes in with this dumbass plan to even out their receptacles, which is what she tells Paul, and he follows suit. And in her I kind of get what she was trying to say. I think she means that if they even them out, then the 3 of them can compete each other, like starting from that even point as if they were all starting from the bottom. So I think that's what she was trying to do. But still, like, no, I don't know.
It doesn't make sense to me.
No.
It doesn't. I don't. Because even if that was her concept, they didn't. Once they were even, they didn't. Nobody said that.
I know.
Nobody went along with that plan. So
I know. That's why I was like, I'm trying so hard to understand. Like, get inside your weird fucking brain, Christine.
Why is Christine making any fucking decisions?
Yeah, I was gonna say, why is she calling any shots right now at all?
I judge Drita and fucking Paul for this.
For relinquishing any sort of control.
How
absolutely
are you going to follow Christine in the battle?
I don't know. So they're trying to even them out, and Drita's like, what the fuck? Why are they both spitting into my cup? And it does seem like they are I'm sure from her point of view, it does seem like they're teaming up against her. So she's getting irritated and like she's trying to catch up and defend herself now. And Paul's still like, hey guys, who wants it? What are we gonna do? Like he's still trying to talk to them. And Christine just keeps saying, even it out, even it out. And they're all just talking around each other. Nobody's actually listening to each other. In the end, Drita fills up Paul's receptacle next, so he gets eliminated. And now it's just down to Drita and Christine. But because Christine and Paul were teaming up on Drita to even it out, her cup is already more full than Christine's. So in the end, Christine ends up winning Supervillain, pissing Drita off completely. And then Christine's like doesn't understand why Drita's mad either. She's like, this was the plan. So some drama's about to pop off.
At the same time, nobody pushed back with a better plan.
Yeah.
Nobody was doing fucking anything, and you followed Christine throughout all this. So you're
and
also
all the fucking people.
You're also at fault because you were listening to fucking Christine.
Yes. This was a collaborated effort.
I
don't even know what.
I
don't know what the goal was.
Anyway,
they go back to the house, and Drita is in all caps pissed, especially at Christine. And she's like, what the fuck? I made a fucking alliance with these people and they fucked me over today. Like, she's just super mad. Meanwhile, Tyson is also furious with everybody because he knows he's about to go home, or at the very least, he's pretty sure he's going up on the hit list. And then Christine kind of like reassures Tyson about not having spit in his cup. And he's like, yeah, you were the only one though. So then him and Paul end up having like a confrontation about what happened during the challenge. Mm-hmm. And Tyson is still pissed about Paul's vote against Tom. And so now on top of that, he's pissed that Paul teamed up with like 3 other people to knock him out of the challenge first. But Paul is correct in saying that Tyson is mad at him for a position that he actually put himself in. So he's like, you're mad at me because everybody wants you out, but you've done all this shit to make it so that everybody wants you out. So yeah, I did do something, but ultimately you're mad at yourself, not at me.
Makes sense.
True. I mean, Tyson did exactly what he was supposed to do. He played the game how a villain should, but unfortunately, that's the reason why he's got such a huge target on his back right
exactly.
now. So,
but he really played the game well. But anyways,
yes,
we'll get there.
Yes. So after their interaction, Christine tells Drita that she and Paul want to talk to her about the challenge, and Drita's still pissed. She doesn't want to talk to either of them, and like. Oh, I have a note in here. Did you think that Christine looked different in the confessionals? Because I did.
What do you mean? All of a sudden, or just the whole season?
All of a sudden, like in this episode, her face just didn't look like her face. Even the way that she was, I don't know. She just seemed. I don't know.
No.
They like turned on her fucking chip or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
She looked and sounded different to me.
Interesting.
But anyway.
Okay. I didn't notice that.
Christine.
Yeah, at all.
Oh, well, I definitely did. But Christine and Paul go to talk to Kate, and Kate tries to explain to them why Drita's pissed, and they're like trying to explain their reasoning behind their plan with the cups and blah, blah, blah. In the end, Kate's like, I'm siding with Drita. You guys should just go talk to her, let her say what she needs to say, and like, let's find a way to move past it, basically. But in the confessional, Christine's like, I'm Supervillain, and what Kate's doing right now isn't smart. So, like, she's just, I don't know, she starts talking out of her ass so fast now that she won Supervillain. So she goes outside and, like, lays on the lounger with Drita, trying to act like shit's cool. And again, just keeps trying to explain what happened. And Drita's like, at the end of the day, you both were spitting in my fucking cup. I had no water in my cup, which means I should have won. But you guys tag teamed against me, and that's why I did it. So again, they just keep talking in circles around each other over and over. Yeah. And Christine, again, tries throwing her weight around now that she's Supervillain. She's like, you guys are fucking stupid. This is what the plan is. And she, like, tries to just be like, this is what we're doing. I'm Supervillain. And they're like,
you can't all of a sudden.
Are you fucking well?
Yeah. You can't all of a sudden do that. You've done 8 episodes where you haven't done shit, and now you want to start being a shot caller?
That's why I just thought it was so funny when you saw like everybody's face when she's like, you guys are fucking stupid. They all like look at her like, excuse you?
Yeah, because she's fucking stupid.
Are you talking to us?
Yeah. She hasn't done shit all game.
I wish I could have gotten a screenshot. Like, you can't screenshot shit on Peacock. But I wish I could have gotten a screenshot of it because all of their faces just collectively were like, it was funny.
Her strategy just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So I don't know. But like I said, she's trying to act like she's going to run shit. And Kate's like, she is about to fuck everything up. So their alliance, I think, is about to be pretty short-lived.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So fast forward to bedtime, and Tyson decides to crank up the fucking heat to 85 again. He's such a jackass. And again, people wake up in the middle of the night. Drita goes down to turn down the temperature, and she's like, bro, I was sweating my cunt off.
Oh, Jesus.
I love the way that she talks. It's so funny. The next morning, Drita's making breakfast, and Tyson tries to approach her and appease her by telling her that Paul and Christine definitely teamed up against her and she should have won. And then soon after that, he approaches Christine to talk about what her plans are as Supervillain, specifically who she wants to be with in the end, because that's where they're at. And he's trying to convince Christine to keep him off the hit list, and then he'll vote how she wants him to, since she's not going to have a vote. And when he asks if he's going on the hit list, she's like, well, my goals have changed since yesterday, which I think was in reference to her fight with Drita.
Drita, for sure, yeah.
And in the confessional, she's like, maybe I should, shake some shit up and align myself with Tyson in New York, and I can just really piss everybody off and be a true supervillain. Yeah. And I think that Drita is aware of Christine's motives, because when she goes to talk to Kate, they're both like, she is not that fucking stupid that she didn't know how that competition was going. So Drita starts suspecting that maybe she's going to be put up on the hit list now.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
they head into the stronghold once again for the hit list nominations.
This time it's a little different.
Yep. Christine gets to take her spot on the supervillain throne, and she only gets to nominate 2 people for the hit list. And her first nomination is Kate. And this is kind of baffling, obviously, because she was supposed to be in this alliance with Kate, Drita, and Paul. So in the confessional, Paul's like, what the fuck? It was supposed to be Tyson and New York that she put up. So he's like, does this mean that she's flipping? Is she going to put up Drita now? Like, doesn't really know where she's going to go.
My biggest thing with this, though, is that there was no campaigning that was being done that I noticed. Because everybody else would go to the supervillain and there would be campaigning, right? There would be conversations and all that. No one really talked to her, so I don't remember her actually saying that she was going to put up those 2.
I think it was because they had talked about it beforehand.
Yeah.
Because it was Tyson and New York that were like, one of us needs to win. And then the rest of them.
Before the challenge.
They were like, we need to get them out. So I think that they all had this understanding that as long as one of them won, they were going to put up Tyson and New York.
But that's what I mean is that no campaigning happened after the challenge.
I know. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is that I think that they thought she was going to stick with the plan. That's why they didn't bother campaigning for it. But
I don't think I think it was that nobody wanted to talk to her because she got supervillain. I think they were all just like, because no other supervillain worked that way. Everybody honestly, talked to the supervillain.
Yeah.
Except for Christine.
I wouldn't have bothered talking to her either, honestly.
Oh, God. But also, Kate even mentions it when she's up on the stage. She says, I'm not surprised. It's fair because I put her on the chop block too. So.
Yeah, so I think, she played it off pretty cool. But then the next and final nomination is Tyson. I was actually expecting her to put up Drita. I'm not going to lie. I thought that that's what she was going to do.
Honestly, I think there's some strategy here because Kate is a very solid choice because that is competition, right? That is your competition because she won Supervillain twice.
Yep.
Tyson's been making moves the whole fucking game. So right here is really where Christine's mental capacity kind of
exceeds your expectations
a little bit. Yeah. A little. I don't want to say it. I won't say it. But yes. there's definitely because I mean look at the hit list right now,
I mean, yeah.
So
yeah.
That's I don't know. There's a lot of strategy there.
Yeah.
So and also Drita doesn't make sense because she hasn't done shit all game. So see, this is where her intelligence kind of comes into play.
Well, nobody really has a whole lot of time to dwell on her nominations because, in case you've forgotten, there's no redemption challenge and they only have 30 minutes. Yep. That's it. So
better start talking.
They go back out to the main part of the house and start talking about the vote and the time limit. And this dumbass Christine, she's like, oh, I should start taking appointments since I'm supervillain. And everybody's like, you don't do anything now, Christine. Like, you made your nominations.
Yeah.
That's it. You're done.
Yeah.
You don't get a vote. You're done. She literally, I said she let this go to her head so fast that she didn't even realize that she held the power for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And now she doesn't really matter as far as the game goes.
She can't even be a tiebreaker because I think it's
already odd numbers.
It's an odd number, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she still goes to Kate to try to make a pact. And Kate's like, what the fuck? You just nominated me. And she's like, let's see if I'm still here after this vote and then we'll talk. Yeah.
But Christine's like, you need to promise me now. People are campaigning, voters are voting. And Kate's like, Christine, the only people that need to campaign are me and Tyson. And you don't even get a vote.
Yeah.
So I don't have to promise you anything.
See, that intelligence disappeared real fucking quick. She is so goddamn dumb.
Well, yeah, and because she just kind of smiles at her and she's like, well, moving forward. Like, and I even put it, I was like, I swear to God, if she wins, I'm going to be so fucking annoyed. Like, I know she's on my roster, but if she wins, I'm going to be so irritated because how?
We'll get there.
Anyway, so they're now down to 12 minutes and Tyson is campaigning to Christine in New York. Kate is talking to Drita and Paul. And Drita, I think we know, is going to vote for Tyson to go home. So I'd say that's a no-brainer. Paul is like, I actually have some things that I need to consider here, you know, as far as like their game strategy and position in the game. And then New York, of course, pledges her vote to Tyson. So soon enough, though, they're out of time. And everyone goes back into the stronghold for the banishment vote. And Christine goes back to the throne. Kate and Tyson take their place in front of the banishing chairs, and they have to make their final pleas to the voters. Kate says that Tyson is a master manipulator, and he's a liar, so that's why they should keep her. Tyson says that Kate is a front runner to win. She's knocked out a lot of threats, so she's a huge risk in the end, and that's why they should keep him. But alas, the villains have to vote. And Paul goes up first. Then Drita, who we see very happily vote for Tyson to go home.
Of course.
And then New York goes last. And in the end, the sixth villain to be voted off season 3 in a unanimous vote was Tyson. I was not expecting it to be unanimous.
Not at all. No, that's betrayal from New York.
New York, yep. And before he's sent into banishment hell, he reveals that it was him who was fucking with the thermostat the entire time. Which is funny because then in the confessional, Kate's like, how poetic is that? Like, he turned up the heat, which is why I got up in the middle of the night and then found Ashley's journal with their alliance list in it, which ultimately led to Tyson having to eat 30 worms to secure his place in the house.
I still think that was a plan.
Probably.
I still think that was a plan by production.
It was too easy.
It
was definitely too easy. So that was the end of episode 9. Okay, so what I have for our final point tally at the end of episode 9 from my roster, we've got Tyson, who I gave him 2 points for his fight with Paul, -2 for being on the hit list, and then -3 for getting eliminated.
Okay.
New York was +1 for surviving the episode, +2 for drama, calling out Paul after the vote.
Yep.
And then -1 for her betrayal of not voting for Tyson to stay.
Yep.
Kate got +1 for surviving the episode, and then -2 for being on the hit list. So for Christine, she has +1 for surviving the episode, +3 for winning the Battle Royale, +4 for winning Supervillain, and -1 for her betrayal of going against the Alliance and putting Kate on the hit list.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Okay.
And now for your roster, you've got Paul, who got +1 for surviving the episode, +2 for drama with his fight with Tyson.
Yep.
Tom had -3 because he was eliminated.
He went bye-bye.
Yep. And Drita +1 for surviving the episode, and then +2 for drama for that argument with Christine about the challenge.
Okay.
Yep.
Makes sense.
So, were you surprised by anything in episode 9?
I mean, the way the challenge ran, I think, was the biggest thing for me. I wasn't surprised about Tom. This is the one that Tom left, right?
Yep, he got Kate voted him. Or
Yep.
Him.
That wasn't surprising at all because I think Tom is obviously more of a threat than Christine was. So that made sense to me. But I think the only other thing was just the challenge was kind of weird how they set that up.
Yeah.
I'm not at all surprised that Tyson was targeted.
Yeah.
Because he is the strongest competitor. Yep. Other than that, I don't think so. What about you?
I was definitely surprised by Christine winning Supervillain. I didn't think she was going to get it at all in this season. And then because of that, I was also surprised that she nominated Kate for the hit list. Like, I kind of had a feeling that she was going to go against her alliance, but I thought that she was going to nominate Drita and not Kate. So, yeah, I guess those were the only things that kind of, like, surprised me at different points.
That's a good point, though. Definitely that is one thing that I was surprised about, too, was Christine. And that's got to be pretty shitty, like in New York's shoes too, because like Christine got Supervillain her first season, and this is your third. That's not a good look, New York.
Yeah.
What's her real name?
Tiffany.
Yeah, you're not Tiffany. That's your fucking. We're using
your government name.
Yeah, we're using your government name now.
So, what do you think is going to come out in episode 10 at this point?
Where do we leave off again? That's right. I think because Tyson was just banished, that's gonna change the dynamic. New York is all alone. Tiffany is all alone. And that's what I was saying before too. Is it's very risky to align yourself with Tyson because I mean I would have seen that he was going out the door.
Yep.
But then what else?
she voted for him anyway.
That's true. Yeah. But I mean, like I personally think that was to save face.
I think so too.
Because like she had to know that he was going to get all the numbers. So then she decided to jump ship.
I think so.
At the last second to try to join that alliance. I think that was the only thing.
Yeah.
Because she had nobody left. If you vote for him, what's next for you? Fucking nothing. Because everybody's gone.
Yep.
So
that's true.
And then I think the drama with Drita is going to continue. That's nothing. I think that's going to happen.
Fair.
How about you?
Well, obviously we're going to find out who the winner is. Where is it? Who did you think was going to go next? Like who do you think is going to be the next person to be eliminated?
So we don't even know what the next we don't know. We have no idea, right? Because we have how many players left?
5.
5, and we got to get down to 3. So, I mean, I don't even know. We don't even know what challenge is coming up.
So we got Kate, Christine, Drita, New York, and Paul.
Yep.
Of those 5, who would you think just shot in the dark?
Ooh. Say him again.
Kate, Christine, Drita, New York, and Paul.
In New York. Well, I don't know, because it's the threats. It's the threats. Kate's a threat. Tyson was a threat, but he's gone. I don't think Christine's looked at as a threat. Drita's not looked at as a threat. She hasn't done shit all fucking game. Who else? New York hasn't done shit. Her first move was really that right there, going against Tyson. So, I mean, if you're looking at threats, if you're evaluating threats right now, Kate, I think Kate's it. Kate is the threat. Fair. She won back-to-back.
Yeah.
Fucking
exactly.
Supervillains. So.
Yeah, I mean, I said like I didn't know if they were gonna do another vote or if it was gonna be. I said if it was gonna be based on a competition, that I thought it was gonna be either New York or Christine going home next.
Really? Why?
Just because they're the weakest competitors out of like who's left. Because I mean, Kate, she's she's got some fight in her.
Yeah.
And then Drita, I think, like I said, I think she's just got like that fire lit up in her. And Paul's just been a really good competitor the whole time. I think Christine is just like, I think it was kind of a fluke for her to win. I'm not going to lie. I'm not giving her that much credit.
No.
Really.
Not
and
for
then
that.
New York, I mean.
I give Christine more credit for who she put on the chopping block than anything else, because that was actually a smart move, because both of them, those are the strongest players in the game. They were.
Yeah.
Tyson and Kate were fucking
strongest
ones. So
yeah.
Other than that, everything else is a fluke when it comes to Christine.
So did you think that any more alliances were going to be formed or broken going into the last episode?
I think from here, anything's fair game. I think because we're coming to the end. This is the last episode. So literally, I mean, we're at what, 5 people? We have to get down to 3.
Yeah.
And then it comes down to a much different kind of vote. So yeah, I think everything's gonna break.
Yeah. I was thinking that New York might try to get back in with Kate since she didn't vote for her to leave in that banishment. Like maybe, I don't know if maybe that has something to do with it.
Maybe.
And then I thought that maybe Christine and Drita were going to have like a weird vibe in their alliance, but they were still going to stick it out just because they're roommates.
Yeah.
And then Paul is just, he's on his own. I think he's trying to like get an in somewhere, but I don't think
He's been doing that. He's been playing. He's been in survival mode since what was it? Orange
the
Room.
Orange Room, yeah, since that exploded.
Disbanded.
So yeah,
yeah. So he's just been trying to fucking survive.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
All right, are you ready for the finale?
Yeah. Episode 10.
Episode 10. So again, we just talked about episode 9, but in case you've suddenly got amnesia and you forgot, Tom went home. Christine won Supervillain. She nominated Kate and Tyson for the hit list. There was no redemption challenge. Everyone voted and Tyson went home. So now they're down to the final 5. New York, Drita, Kate, Christine, and Paul. So bright and early, the day after Tyson's banishment, it's time for the next Battle Royale challenge. And they go into their rooms to find orange construction vests and yellow hard hats. So everyone gets dressed and they head out. When they arrive at the challenge location, it's a large kind of dark room with a construction setting along with 5 large screws from floor to ceiling. And the name of this challenge is Screwed Over. Yup. In this challenge, the villains have to climb onto a giant screw and hold on tight while the screw spins slowly, and whoever holds on the longest is the winner. However,
there we go.
Joel then announces the arrival of the previously banished villains from the current season. And these villains are here for sabotage.
Yep.
One by one, each of the returning villains will go up to the control panel and choose one current villain's screw to increase the speed, obviously making it harder to hold on. And the winner of this challenge will be one of the top 3 finalists. And they get to choose one of their fellow villains to join them on the panel. The remaining 3 villains will be placed on the hit list, and they have to fight for their place in the finale and one final redemption challenge, where the winner of that challenge will take the last seat in the final vote. So yes, that means 2 villains will be banished from the game at the same time. So it's about to get super serious.
Yeah.
So the villains climb up on their screws and Joel makes them spin and the competition begins. And soon the sabotage starts with Ashley. She chooses to screw Kate. Next up is Jackie.
I like your graphics for this one.
Yeah. Next up is Jackie. She sabotages Paul because she thinks that he had something to do with her leaving. But the truth is, he was actually the one that betrayed his alliance and voted for her to stay. She just doesn't know that.
Yeah, that's right.
So anyway.
Jackie's dumb anyway. So.
Anyway, Plain Jane is up next. And she screws Christine because she voted for her to leave. Johnny screws New York. Tyson screws Paul. Tom screws Kate. And note that Drita is the only one who did not get screwed by any of the returning villains.
Because she hasn't done anything. I know she's on my roster, but like she didn't do shit all game.
She kept her word.
Oh, that's what a villain does. That's a strong villain. Okay.
After like 10 minutes or so, maybe, Kate falls down. So she's the first to be eliminated from the challenge.
Eliminated.
Yep. And at about 30 minutes in, the villains are instructed to move down their screws to the smaller footholds. While moving down, though, New York falls off of her screw, eliminating her from the game as well.
I'm surprised she didn't go first.
Yep. And now it's just down to Christine, Drita, and Paul. But then Paul falls.
Eliminated.
Yep. So now it's between roommates and Blue Alliance members, Drita and Christine. We're going head to head, babe.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I guess so, huh?
Yeah, that was my... Did you get it?
You're
like,
Rocky.
Yeah. No, like when you're in your game and you're you're trying to pick the outfit.
Yeah.
If I was
You're
cooler,
funny.
we could make a graphic out of that.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I don't know. Anyway, so Drita's clearly concentrating on not falling while Christine's over there doing her fucking ballet tricks on her screw.
Yeah.
And then after 35 minutes, Drita falls off of her screw, making Christine the winner and securing her place in the finale. So immediately they hug and Christine tells Drita that they are in the final 3. But in the confessional, she says that she needs to put herself in the best position to win.
That's fair.
Back at the house, the villains have clearly just arrived back home, and then shortly after, the returning villains also arrive at the house. I think it's hilarious how the ones that just competed are like, hell no, I'm not filming right now. They like run into the bathrooms. Fucking same. I would have been like, can I please just have like 1 second? One. Like we just got back.
It's the season finale.
I know. And it's also reality TV, so you should have the cameras in your face. Yeah. But yeah, it's just funny how they're all just like, no. And Kate's like, these attention-starved beasts are coming in to get some screen time, which is even more hilarious because then it shows Plain Jane going to talk to her. And Plain's like, well, you were one of the people that voted me out, but I hope that you've had fun. And like while she's talking to Kate, the cameraman just like abruptly exits the room and they both just kind of look at him and then they look at each other. Yeah. And Kate's like, do you want to continue the scene? And Plain's like, no.
I wonder why the cameraman walked out.
I don't know. They probably saw something happening, maybe. But it was just funny how they both like turn and look and like, Plain's like, I'm not going to continue talking to you. Okay. Like the camera's gone. We're done.
See you later.
It's just funny that like Kate just kind of chuckles about it when Plain walks out of the room. She's like, yeah, I know. Anyway, Tom and Tyson are back on their lover shit, laying in their super bed. And everybody's just kind of getting cozy because they're all staying over for the final hit list nominations, redemption challenge, and the final vote.
Yeah.
So while they're getting ready, Christine and Drita start talking about what's going to happen with the hit list and whatnot. And Drita's even like, this decision is solely up to you. But Christine straight up tells her, I want one of us to win the game. And I can't risk you losing a competition against one of them. So I'm picking you. It's a heartfelt moment and they're hugging and crying. It's so beautiful. Anyway, they continue getting ready, and while Christine is alone, Paul approaches her. And she tells him that she hasn't had any conversations with anyone else, and she doesn't know like what's being talked about. And he's like, all right, well, let me tell you. And he says, everybody fucking loves Drita. He's like, didn't you notice how nobody sabotaged her in the challenge? Also, they were all fucking cheering for her. They all wanted her to win. So he's like, if you put her up there with you in the end, she's gonna win. So now Christine's like, well, fuck. So
should have seen that coming.
Yep. So I mean, everybody's like waiting around and stuff, and they're all kind of assuming that Christine's just gonna pick Drita, but they still have to go into the stronghold for the final hit list ceremony. So once again, Christine sits on the supervillain throne, and her first nomination is New York. The second nomination is Paul. And the final nomination is Drita.
Boom, there it is.
Which was completely unexpected. Like, even Joel, when she's like explaining it and she says, for that reason, Drita, please. And like, he's like, what?
It fucking makes sense though.
I know, but everybody was
any feathers.
I know, but they're saying because they've been in an alliance this whole time that they're like, that was a real fucking villain move.
The thing that changed it though, the real villain move was Paul planting that seed in Christine's ear.
I think so too. But I mean, you know, Drita's obviously heard about it. And so she goes up there alongside New York and Paul, and she's like, you know what? I hope that if I don't make it to the end, that anybody that was going to vote for me doesn't vote for you, just so you don't fucking win either way. Like, she's like, she's really like, fuck you, bitch. Like, you did, it's the second time you fucked me over. So she's like extra mad about it. So now we have Christine and Kate going into the finale for sure. And New York, Paul and Drita have to fight it out one last time in the final redemption challenge. So
I will say though, this is why I have no fucking sympathy for Drita whatsoever, is that she hasn't sweat the entire game.
Yeah, so I mean, like, and even Christine says that. She's like, she's not been put up on the hit list.
This is the first time that she's ever sweat at all. So like I don't feel bad. Like you finally have to start fighting in the game.
Yeah.
So
I mean, like I said before, she's still been like competing and doing the challenges and stuff like that. She just hasn't been like backstabbing people. But
yeah, she hasn't been making moves that everybody else has.
Yeah.
She's kind of pulled to like Christine, where she kind of just went with the flow.
Yeah, she was playing like competition move, not necessarily like villain moves. You
Exactly.
know what I mean?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
She was very much in a passive mode the entire
Mhm.
game.
Yeah, like defensive, I guess.
So, like,
yeah. Well,
I don't know
not
about
even really because
defensive.
nobody
No, it
was
just
coming
passive.
at her.
She didn't do
Yeah.
anything. So like she was never a target. She never got put on the hit list. She never had to fight at a redemption. Like she just kind of
Yeah.
coasted the whole time. So
Yeah.
it was kind of nice seeing her sweat a little bit.
Mm.
I liked it.
Well, bright and early the next morning, everyone's up and getting their breakfast and their coffee. And Tyson tells Jackie that he got some coffee over from where the crew gets it. So they try to sneak over into the crew area, but they're promptly told that they need to leave.
Yeah.
So they head back to the house.
You're showing us all backstage.
I know, they're like cast walking. I'm
Yeah.
like, you're announcing yourself. Obviously, I'm sure that's what you're supposed to do, but it was just funny how they were like, we're going to sneak in here while also announcing your arrival. But all right, anyway.
Not very sneaky.
Yeah. So Jackie then goes to talk to Christine about the nominations, and Christine's all emotional about it still, saying how she was up all night, but she did it for herself because she really needs the money. And Jackie reassures her that she did do the right thing, and then she pledges her vote to Christine. So the morning goes on, and everyone's getting ready for the redemption challenge. And Plain Jane has to send someone back to the hotel for her big fake titties. And everyone's getting decked out in their most glam outfits, as if they're going to an award show. So when they're leaving, the returning villains get in one SUV while the current villains get in another. And I love how Christine gets in the car and she's like, I don't want it to be weird, guys. This feels like a funeral. Then after a bit, she turns to Drita and she's like, I want to talk to you. But Drita's like, I don't want to talk to you. She's like, remember when we had the talk, like the last talk that we had when we were hugging and crying and you told me that you were going to take me to the final with you? Like, no, I'm good. We already talked. So, I mean, fair, because I would have said the same thing. I'd be like, what is there to fucking talk about now? Like,
yeah,
we talked.
I wouldn't have even said it.
Yeah, but literally, yeah, you guys already talked.
Yeah.
There's nothing to talk about now.
That's true.
So anyway, they arrive at the Redemption Challenge, which is the setting of an awards show. So their outfits are perfect. And this final challenge is called the Backstabbies. And in this challenge, each hit list villain takes their place at the podium on the stage. Prior to the beginning of the awards show, the other villains were given awards ballots to fill out privately. On the ballots are award categories that they have to choose one villain to win.
I really like how we weren't aware of this.
Yeah,
all.
I
like
liked
how they
it.
did in the background.
Yeah. The three villains at the podium have to choose who they think everyone else voted for in each category. Obviously, each correct answer is a point, and whoever gets the most points wins and then joins the final vote. So, the first category is Worst Challenge Partner. And all three of them picked New York.
Yikes.
And the category winner is New York. So everyone gets 1 point.
Oh, God.
I thought it was funny, though, because Paul says New York first, and she's like, oh, you softie. And then Joel's like, who did you pick? And she's like, me.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
which is awful because, like, this is your third season, and you're still the worst challenge partner.
We love the self-awareness.
Oh, God.
Yes. So the next category is Most Likely to Buy Followers. Paul and New York chose Christine, while Drita chose Tom. And the winner of the category is...
Of course.
Tom!
Yeah.
So Drita gets 1 point.
I definitely saw that one coming.
Yep. And he was
You can tell by his face, too, that he absolutely buys followers.
Yeah. Well, literally, as soon as they said someone buys followers, I was like, it has to be Tom. I'm sure he lost a shit ton of followers after Scandival. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So the next category is the biggest crybaby. Drita chose herself. New York chose Christine. And Paul chose Ashley, which she promptly denied to be true. And then they showed a montage of her crying.
I think one is when she was like dying though.
Yeah,
so,
she
like,
was sick. And
but
I'm
still.
like, that's
the other
fair.
ones
Yes.
hold true.
But the winner of this category is Drita.
Of course it is.
So again, she gets 1 point.
She's always fucking crying about something.
Putting her at 3 points, while New York and Paul each have 1. And the next category is can't land a joke.
Oof.
As in, who can't land a joke.
Oof.
Drita and New York choose Tyson, and Paul chooses Tom.
That's rough.
Oh, the lovers. And the winner ends up being Tyson.
The dad, of course.
Yes.
Obviously.
Mm-hmm. So this time, Drita and New York get a point, putting Drita at 4 and New York at 2. And now going into the 5th round, if Paul doesn't get a point in this one, he's out. Not just from this challenge, but from the game. So this category is most likely to be excluded from the group chat when the season ends. New York chose herself, given that she's already not in any group chats from the previous seasons. Fair guess. Paul chose Christine, and Drita chose Tyson. And the winner of the category is Kate. She wasn't even on any of their radar.
Nobody.
So none of them get a point. But
Also
unfortunately, that also means that Paul is officially banished.
Yep.
So now there are 2 categories left. Drita has 4 points. New York has 2. And if Drita wins this one, she's in the finale. So this category is who is the fakest? New York chooses plain Jane, given her big fake titties. And then Drita initially chooses Christine for her own bias, but then she changes her vote to Tyson, given how he played the game. But then she changes it back to Christine. And the winner of the category ends up being Christine, giving Drita 5 points, making her the winner and banishing New York at the same time. And now Drita has solidified her place in the final 3. Clearly great for her, but now Christine and Kate are shitting in their boots a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
So back at the house, everyone's congratulating Drita and getting ready for the vote. And all of the banished villains have to start planning for what they're going to do. Christine kind of makes her plea to plain Jane, who tells her that she's leaning towards voting for her to win. And downstairs, Jackie, Ashley, and Johnny are discussing their votes. Johnny proudly and happily declares his vote for Drita, while Jackie is clearly still bouncing back and forth between the two. Between Drita and Christine. And New York is like, well, I'm absolutely not voting for Drita. And then Tom definitely seems to not want to vote for Drita either. Instead, he seems to be leaning towards Christine because of her villainous move of putting Drita on the hit list. So finally, they all head into the stronghold for the final time this season. Drita, Christine, and Kate take their places at the banishing chairs, and they make their final pleas. Drita points out how they're all different types of villains and kind of highlights their different strengths. Christine pulls out a whole fucking speech that she wrote. And I actually didn't even notice it the first time around, but when she pulls out the piece of paper, Kate immediately just sits down. It's so funny. And then one by one, while Christine is reading her speech, plain Jane, Ashley, Tom, and Joel all sit down as well.
Yeah.
And when she finishes her speech, it's Kate's turn. And Kate uses a sports analogy to defend her place in the house as having consistently been targeted and not really having a true alliance. And she also points out how she won Supervillain twice in a row first. In the end, though, the votes must go on. And the votes are actually going to be done in person this time after they lock in their votes on the tablet, of course.
Yeah, for legal reasons.
Yes. So the first vote from Johnny Middlebrooks goes to Drita. Next is Plain Jane, and she gleefully tells Christine about how much pleasure it gives her to sit down with her and tell her that she's going to vote for her to win. knowing damn well that she was going to vote for Drita because that's exactly what Christine did to her when Plain went home. So Plain submits her vote for
theme
Drita.
Here.
New York is the third vote, and she cast that one for Christine, which I think was a surprise to Kate because I think that she was expecting to at least get a vote from New York. So after New York, it's Tom's turn, and he places his vote for Drita. So at this point, Drita has 3 votes for her to win. Christine has 1, and Kate has none. Next up is Jackie, and she explains how she felt stuck for having to choose between her 2 roommates, Drita and Christine. And in the end, she gives her vote to Drita. And then it's Paul's turn, and he also votes for Drita. Making the final tally, 0 votes for Kate, 1 vote for Christine, and 5 votes for Drita, who is then crowned season 3's ultimate supervillain, which also means that Christine and Kate are banished.
Yep, that's true.
But Drita takes her place on the supervillain throne, and she tells Kate that she knew she was going to be a good competitor, and she fucks with her for that. And then she turns to Christine and gives her a big old fuck you. And then she banishes both of them. And that is the end of House of Villains season 3.
There it is. What did you think?
What did you think? Oh, wait. Before you tell me what you think.
Okay.
For our final point review.
Oh, okay.
This is it. So going down who's left on my roster, New York got -2 for being placed on the hit list. And then +2 for her drama. I gave her +2 that drama for her monologue after her nomination.
Oh, okay.
And then -3 because she got eliminated.
Yep.
Kate had -3 because she got eliminated. And Christine had +3 for winning the Battle Royale.
There you go.
+4 for Supervillain. -1 for her betrayal against Drita. And then -3 for her elimination.
Yeah.
And for your roster, you had Paul, which was -2 for the hit list. And -3 for his elimination during the Redemption Challenge.
Yep.
And then Drita, who got +1 for survival, +2 for her drama.
Survival.
Yep. Yelling at Christine. +3 for winning the Redemption Challenge. And +4 for the final ultimate supervillain.
Yep. That's funny.
So overall, you had the winning supervillain.
Yep.
But I had the most points. So since we didn't decide beforehand what we were going to do about that, I guess we can just each brag about our respective wins.
I don't want to brag about mine.
Oh.
I don't like mine.
Well, I got the most points.
So you can take it. Drita should not have won this.
Fair.
I will fucking die on that hill.
I think between the 3 of them, Kate really should have won.
Absolutely. There was so many, well, not so many, but there were strong competitors that were actually villains. And I've been waiting to talk about this because like this sets a precedent for, and this is why I don't know if House of Villains, it's a good show. It's entertaining. They add some comedy into it, but I don't know if it's going to run. I don't know if it's going to go to the distance like Survivor, for example. Yeah. Because they set a precedence with this one.
If it can come down to like just making friends and keeping
That's what
friends,
I mean. Like you're taking
takes out the villain as part of it.
There's no villain. Drita was not a fucking villain at all. She was very passive the entire game. She made no moves. She didn't sweat at all. She had no strategy. She didn't deserve this fucking win. And I think that sets a precedence for anybody that comes in season 4, if it does come, is that just keep your head down and keep your word, make friends, and just ride it out and do nothing.
I mean,
that's the precedence you just set.
Pretty much, yeah. Unless the only thing I can think of is like if somebody does come in with that mentality and then people are like, no, we saw how this shit played out last season. We're not letting that happen. Hopefully. And then they knock them out pretty quick, which I think would be smart.
All of it worked out good, but I think the what do we want to call them? The banished villains, right? I think they should be given guidance, right? If I was on this production team or whatever,
Yeah.
right? Is I would give them guidance. I would change it for season 4 and be like, okay, you're not going to vote for who you fucking like or who didn't break your promise, right? Who was the best villain? Who was the actual, because like we keep throwing around the word, supervillain, supervillain, and then a supervillain doesn't win the whole fucking thing. What do they call her at the very end?
The ultimate
supervillain.
Yeah,
fucking
she
how?
didn't even win supervillain once
How?
during the show.
I don't think that should be. I don't think that should be a qualifier, though.
No, I'm just pointing it out. How, like you were saying, she didn't do a whole lot as far. There's a lot of things like I'm happy for her for winning, but as far as like how it should have gone to someone with an actual villain title, I don't think it was fitting.
You should go to a loyalty challenge.
Yeah.
And then play amongst that crew. You shouldn't be labeled ultimate supervillain.
I agree.
Even though she is on my roster,
mm-hmm.
it doesn't matter because it's just it's very disappointing for House of Villains to crown an ultimate supervillain at the end of all of this, and it goes to fucking somebody that didn't make any moves. Didn't ruffle any feathers.
Yeah.
The only thing she did was keep her word.
I agree.
How the fuck is that a villain?
I kind of think, what would be smart? I don't know. I wonder, I think that they used to do it for Survivor that like the viewers had to vote. I could have sworn they should do it like that instead of leaving it up to the villains, leave it to the viewers.
I don't know if that fixes it though, because then you can't give the viewers that guidance. They're just going to vote for who they like. And I get it. Drita is a very likable person because she keeps her word. She didn't ruffle any feathers. She was nice. She was likable, all this other shit.
Yeah.
But like, ultimate supervillain was the goal.
I mean, there's not, unless you make it like, like a spreadsheet with like a formula and stuff like that, there's not going to be any way to control how people vote.
No, not the public, but the cast.
Even still, they could still just be like, I'm going to vote this way or whatever.
Maybe, yeah.
They can still do whatever they want to do. So yeah, but at least my only thing is how to make it like less biased.
But I think what happened is that if you give that guidance, because that's a good point. Some people may not listen to it, right? But then there might be like, even if like a few people listen to it and they're like, okay, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah,
she's likable.
Still alter the.
Yeah, there could be a couple people that are like, well, she wasn't like. That's not what we're supposed to do here. We're not supposed to vote for who we like. It's who the ultimate supervillain is.
Yeah.
And this is not an ultimate supervillain, So I don't know. Hopefully they change it for season 4.
Hopefully, yeah.
I don't know.
Well, what did you think of the season as a whole? Did you like it? Like, did you enjoy the more, I guess, dramatic aspect of, in comparison to other shows that we've watched?
I don't know if it's my favorite. I didn't not like it. I liked how there was a good mix between like the reality stuff and then the gameplay. The games weren't exactly like always what I was anticipating.
That's fair.
There were some weird ones, but they played off of a common theme, right? It was very interesting, right?
Yeah.
But like when I think of challenges, like, and this is why I'm super excited for Survivor, because like that right there is the challenges that I'm after. Like those are very physical and like those are exciting to watch. Where like this one is like, so case in point was Nut Job.
Yeah.
We literally one of the challenges was just watching them drop nuts into a sack. And then walk out of the building.
That's fair.
That was it, right?
That's fair.
And then this, like the last one, like, and I was kind of bummed.
The spitting venom one.
No, that one wasn't bad. It was interesting. The whole dynamic, like the overall, what am I trying to say here? The not the rules, but just the whole concept of the game was a little kind of. Like, we already talked about that.
Yeah.
But at least it was a little more physical, right? I was hoping, and I was kind of bummed when I saw them getting all dressed up for the final, what was it?
Redemption challenge.
Yeah. I was kind of bummed that they were getting all dressed up because, like, well, they're not going to do anything fucking physical now. And then it ended up being the reward show.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. It wasn't my choice for challenges.
That's fair.
So that was kind of what it didn't kill it for me, but it definitely wasn't exciting as like something like Survivor, How about you?
I mean, I liked it. I thought it was fun to watch. Definitely was getting more exciting at the end. I was annoyed at the ending, but I still thought it was a good season.
That's good. What was your favorite part? Because I have mine.
favorite part.
Yeah.
My one favorite part.
Even though as minute as it may be. You want to hear mine?
I mean, I thought it was pretty cool when Kate found the note and then just blasted it in front of everybody.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
No,
What was
that's
yours?
funny. Joel. 100%.
Oh, just as a whole?
Just Joel.
Oh, okay.
Like his comedic relief.
I thought you were going to say something that he did something.
No, his comedic relief throughout the whole fucking thing. He comes over the house speaker.
Yeah,
and
he
then,
is a good host.
Like exactly, like how he talks through the challenges, right? It's just
Mhm.
very natural. And one thing that stood out, probably because it happened towards the end, is why it stood out. But I loved it during. I thought it was so funny during. What was it? Spitting Venom. What was it? Spitting Venom, right? And he was asking questions towards the end. He's like, "Oh, you can't respond."
Yeah.
But no, it's just the comedic relief that he brought to it. He just brought, and like throughout the entire thing, he was just like funny. The comedic relief. So I definitely that was my favorite part of it.
That's fair. Do you have any feedback about the game?
The game, this
fantasy game.
I mean, I guess stuff we've already talked about. I guess off mic.
Yeah. Well, is there anything you'd like to add or remove?
Well, I have seen. Are we talking about the next thing at all? Or
I mean, I'm not going to go into like super detail about it, but I mean, I know I did separate the points for winning like the reward challenge and the immunity challenge because that was one thing that we had talked about.
I've seen your concept for the next thing that we're going to cover. And I like that because it's a lot more in depth and it's a lot more specific, and then the criteria is a lot more
put more like specifications and stuff like that.
It shouldn't be too like you have to pause and like analyze the criteria. Yeah, like it shouldn't be like that because then it's gonna take 3 hours to get through, a 45-minute episode. But I think kind of fine-tuning that would definitely be good. Okay. And then I think too is that we talked about this off mic too, is that when you win, there needs to be a separation because like if you win, like, so for this, for example, when somebody would get Supervillain, they would get points for winning and Supervillain. So like that was a big thing as well.
Well, I only kept it that way because that wasn't something that like in the beginning, that's just how we did it. And it wasn't until later that we were like, oh, we should have split it. But like I said, that is something that I did split up. For the next one, I tried to make it like specific without being redundant, I guess. But either way, I mean, I think we're going to have to like laminate cards.
But okay. We also, if anybody wants to join in on this game, we need to make the cards downloadable. So that's like my card, like our cards are the same exact card that a listener would use.
So in case you haven't picked up on it or just didn't know,
we've talked about it several times.
Yes. Up next, we are going to be covering Survivor Season 50 in the hands of the fans. And this one is supposed to be huge, you guys. So for the 50th season, Survivor brought back 24 returning players.
Oh, wow.
Including legends, fan favorites, chaos agents, challenge beasts, master manipulators, and people who absolutely still have unfinished business.
Wow.
And they're all heading back to the Mamanuca Islands in Fiji to battle it out for 26 straight days of paranoia, alliances, and blindsides.
Wow.
This season runs for about 11 episodes total.
Okay.
So we'll be covering it week by week while also running our own fantasy Survivor game, just like we did for House of Villains, which obviously means that we're probably going to get way too emotionally invested in these people because the stakes are significantly higher. And everyone is competing for a $1 million prize instead of $200,000.
So this one, obviously, it's either being filmed right now or they just wrapped up. Or I
think that's still happening. So we're coming in late again, but same rules as before. No spoilers.
Yeah, exactly.
We're here to have fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, another thing that makes this season extra wild is that it's designed around fan input. Production let fans influence parts of the game itself. So nobody, including the players, fully knew like what kind of twists and mechanics to expect out on the island. So if you've never watched Survivor before, this might be a good time to start.
Yeah.
And if you have, This season's going to feel a bit like a reality TV family reunion, or at least a Survivor family reunion.
Wow.
And somebody's definitely going to be throwing a metaphorical chair by episode 3.
Okay.
Have you not heard?
No.
No, that Waffle House fight where someone threw a chair and the
No.
person caught it.
No, why they caught it?
Yeah.
What?
Okay, well, I thought that was going to be a good one.
No, I
well,
haven't heard that at all.
Okay. Well, anyway, so everybody get ready for strategy, betrayals, dramatic tribal councils, questionable decisions made while starving on the beach, and us aggressively overanalyzing all of it.
Probably, yeah.
Yay! So, do you have anything that you'd like to add in for this episode?
I don't think so. I would say just the draft is what we were going to talk about.
Oh, okay.
That's the only thing that I would be. This is going to be different because now there's 24. You said.
Mm-hmm.
So are we both going to get 12, or is there going to be free agents, or how's that going to work? So
Getting 12.
Okay, so then anybody that plays along with us, they can only draft 12. That's what I mean. That's what you gotta be careful of. It's not just us. It's
it is what
you know.
it is, because I can't choose from the other 12. Once I pick my 12, that's it.
Yeah, right. So the card should reflect 12 people, and then if
Mhm.
somebody wants to play with us, then they would just they would download the card, 12 slots, pick their 12, and then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, obviously for us, we're gonna do the snake draft again, just so we don't
Right.
have that overlap. But I mean, yeah, for everybody else, pick whoever you want, and then your points will
There you go.
land how they land.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah. So that's it for this first series of Reality Rants. And as always, if you're enjoying listening to the podcast, please like, share, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And aside from YouTube and Spotify, we're also actually recently on Amazon and Apple. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, all under the Ranting Podcast. So go find us everywhere. Come hang out. And we will see you all for Survivor Season 50 next week.
Boom. That's actually something that I want to add.
Oh, that's right. That's actually our episode 100.
100 episodes right there. Yep.
Yes. So
definitely
come back and hang out with us for this milestone.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, keep ranting and come tell us about it.
There it is.
Okay, bye.